sure you get this question a lot, but why did you endorse Donald Trump?
Well, you know, when I dropped out, my first choice went with me. But I said that.
Was you?
I was.
The witches at the spew are laughing right now, but Dr. Carson is about to silence these old hags.
You know, I was going to remain neutral. But then I realized that, you know, the political establishment was aligning to protect their turf. And they don't like the ideal of people who are not beholden to them and who cannot be controlled coming into Washington, D.C. And that was one of the reasons they didn't like me very much, but I was easier to get rid of than Donald Trump.
Sir, I hate to ask this question, but you have aligned yourself with the man who has bashed women, made countless racist remarks, and you're Ben Carson. Why would you align yourself with that?
Well, you know, you have to look at.
Wow. Oh my God, that is a lot coming from Whoopi. Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a baby girl Vermore, and I am back with another reaction video. Today, guys, I'm going to be reacting to insightful reports, and we have You Lie Too Much. Ben Carson humiliates Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar live on The View. Oh my gosh, can't wait to dive in. But before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you're new to the channel, I am Vera. I do reaction videos. If it's something that you love, why not join Vera CT? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And with that, guys, let's go.
The good and the bad. There is no perfect person.
No, I know that.
But you know, you look at when Donald Trump first went down to Palm Beach area, and you know, a lot of the clubs down there would not accept Jews and blacks. He insisted on Jews and blacks and helped to break that open. So has he said some things that I wouldn't say, or that you wouldn't say? Of course.
But he was also sued by the Justice Department in the 70s for not allowing black tenants into his properties, and he settled with the Justice Department, even though he didn't admit any liability, any wrongdoing. It's very clear to those of us in the law.
Now we know Prosecutor Sunny always has to make herself sound smart.
That means that there was something amiss, and it was a significant consent decree. So the notion that he is a fan of the African American community, I think is
well. I will put it this way: I have met a lot of his employees, including African Americans, and they have nothing but good things to say. Somebody who's hired as many people as he has hired, and you can find very few people who have anything negative to say.
Well, what about
and then you have to look at his family. I always say one of the ways that you measure a person is looking at their children. And how do their children act?
Well, one's a big game hunter. I'm not thrilled with that.
Well, I mean, that's your privilege. But the fact of the matter is,
the fact that Ben Carson is making so much sense, and these women, they're just there to attack. I bet you they are not even listening to him. They are not listening to him. And I must commend Dr. Carson for staying so calm in the midst of all this chaos. Look at how he's so calm answering their questions, and these women are not even interested in what he has to say. They just want to fight him. Because he's such an intelligent man, I don't even know why he should come for this show. Like, this show is a total joke. Let's go on.
you know, they have been raised very well. They're very respectful. And, you know, I look at a lot of kids who come from very wealthy families, and I am appalled at what I see. So there is no perfect person, but what I think is really the worst thing that threatens our nation right now is a political class, a ruling class, and they are so threatened by anybody who is not beholden to them, they will do virtually anything. And I think that's what's likely to destroy.
You can say that till the cows come home, sir. This guy is, I'm sorry, he's a racist, and he's not good for the country.
What's the alternative?
And I'm sorry, I don't understand. He's not about the white supremacists? He hasn't really said to them, hey, listen, that's not what America stands for. He said, you know, it's too much. You're Ben Carson. You're so much better than this.
Well, I am Ben Carson. And that's the very reason.
Hold up. I don't understand. Why are these people clapping? Why are they clapping? What has she said that is making them so excited and clapping? What are they clapping for exactly? Like, Whoopi calling another person racist is just crazy. It's absurd.
I'm doing this is because I look at the big picture. Could I focus only on racial issues? Absolutely.
I was enjoying the silence at the table until Whoopi ruined it. The women on The View only focus on racial issues.
Could I focus only on women's issues? Absolutely. I could look at any one little thing and pick anybody apart on it. But right now, the nature of our country is at stake. We are on the precipice,
what we're
and we are determining what kind of nation we're going to be. Are we going to be a nation that's upformed by the people or upformed by the government? This is a choice that we are making right now.
Okay, if you're going to overlook what he says about women, if you're going to overlook what he says about African Americans, what about what he said about you? He basically said that you had a pathological disease. Wait a minute, hold on. He even compared you to a child molester. Come on.
Well,
it could be personal even.
If it were about me, I would be offended. But it's about America. We have to save this nation. That is what's
important. But he's a liar. Unless you say that you're a child molester.
Wow, what a brilliant answer. This is not about some beef. Like, oh, he said this about you. He insulted you. He did this. You know the right man for the job. This is not about you. It's not about me. It's about the future of America. So you're going to say because someone said this, that, you're not going to vote for him. You have to think about the future. Think about, haven't you suffered enough? Haven't you had enough of bad government? Haven't you had enough of the insecurities? Haven't you had enough of the problems? Haven't you had enough of the inflation? And you are seeing the perfect man for the job. The perfect man that will change the whole story. That will change. And you are saying because he said this, that, you're not going to vote for him. And you're also encouraging other people not to. It doesn't make no sense. Because he is such an intelligent man. I don't know what he's doing on this panel. He shouldn't be there. These women, they don't even deserve to be anywhere close to him. Gosh, let's go on.
He's a liar. Do you want a liar for the presidency?
Joy has no shame. Shall we look at the plethora of lies that Biden tells?
I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community. I had a very close relationship with the Greek American community, for real. I am Joe Bidenopoulos. I grew up in a heavily Irish Catholic community in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and a heavily Italian Polish community. When I say I got raised in the black church, he knows I'm not kidding. The Persian culture is amazing. As a student of Persian culture, I probably went to shul more than many of you. I come out of the black community. The background of my family is Irish American. Not fundamentally unlike the Palestinian people. I might say raised in the synagogues in my state. Everyone in town was either Polish or Italian. I grew up feeling self-conscious. My name didn't end in an SKI. I was raised in a neighborhood where I felt self-conscious. My name didn't end in O. That's kind of how I was raised, like so many Americans of Irish heritage. In HBCU, in your home state, was the president. Let me tell you, forget about it. That's where I got raised, man. Just like rabbis, synagogues, and Jewish community centers in your hometown, and that's the tradition I got raised. Hard-working people, the middle class, the neighborhoods I got raised in. I was raised on GM. I was raised by Danny Inouye. I was raised by a righteous Christian. I got raised on automobiles.
Tell me a politician who doesn't.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at all the lies that Biden has told. Oh my God. I know they're calling Trump a liar. Even Goldberg herself lies a lot. Where do they keep calling Trump a liar? When they themselves, they're a bunch of liars, pretenders. They are such a joke. It's crazy, pathetic.
Tell lies.
Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. lie.
A current day
but
politician.
the lying that he does is continuous. It's on a regular basis.
Wow.
Well, again,
Fact check goes berserk when he talks. He's got a long Pinocchio
What
nose.
I have to do is look
Doesn't make
at
sense.
who is most likely to oppose the ruling class that is ruining our country.
Yeah, well,
Who is
Trump
likely?
in the ruling class.
Who is likely?
He is the ruling class.
He said that there would be room for you in his cabinet, in his administration. Did he make any promises to you, and is that behind your endorsement?
No, not at all. And in fact, you know, we agreed that we want to save this nation, particularly for the next generation, and talked about a variety of ways to do it. I'm continuing to work on mechanisms of presenting ladders of opportunity that will allow the downtrodden in our society to climb out of a state of dependency. Right now, the programs that have been put forth by both Democrats and Republicans for the last few decades are doing nothing but creating more dependency. We've gone from a can-do nation to a what can you do for me
let me ask
nation.
you this,
It's
though.
not a good thing, and it's not helping America, and it's not helping the world.
Let me ask you this, Dr. Carson, and we know each other. I will say my husband went to Hopkins Medical School, and you and your wife and your family were always so gracious to us by inviting us into your home many times, fellowship, dinner. And so I know you are a man of family values. What do you make of the fact that Donald Trump just yesterday is attacking Ted Cruz's wife based on her looks?
Look, I do
and
not.
has attacked other women.
I do not condone any of that. I don't condone it
But
from
you've
anybody.
endorsed him. Isn't that implicit in that endorsement?
No.
Aren't you
Implicit
endorsing
in the
his
endorsement
behavior?
is not an endorsement of anything that anybody has said or done throughout their lives.
And that's Sunny's second attempt to sound smart, but unfortunately she was shut down with facts. Maybe she was paying attention to learn something.
The reason, again, that I'm endorsing him is because I recognize that we are heading down the exact same path that we have been on all along. These political types are very slick, and they get you to believe that everything's different now. Now we're going to be wonderful people, and we're not going to be doing this to the populace anymore. And that is absolutely not true.
Do you really think that Trump is correct in saying that people will, you know, be up in arms, quote unquote, riot, he said that, if they did not choose him as the nominee?
I don't think that there would be a physical riot, but I think it would absolutely destroy the Republican Party. There is no way that people who are coming in droves now to support Trump enthusiastically are just going to say, oh, well, whoever you pick is going to be fine.
Is that responsible of him to say, you know, they'll be rioting? I mean, sort of throw gasoline on the fire like that? Is that responsible?
That's really not the point. I mean, we can look.
Well, what's the point?
Well, no, we can look at all these things that politicians and people in the political sphere say.
Yeah.
Or we can say, what are the true issues? It's sort of like what's going on with some of these rallies, where, you know, we've seen some violence.
All of his antics are covering over the true issues. That's the problem. His antics are covering over the true issues.
Right, the true issue is the First Amendment of America and the freedom of speech. And we need to be looking at those kinds of issues. Everybody needs to be looking at those issues, not just one side or the other side. And the fact of the matter is, when you look at these rallies that are going on, do you ever see that happening in a Clinton or Bernie Sanders rally?
They're not promoting. Why not?
No, you don't.
Why not?
Why not?
Because people on the right don't do that. People on the left do that.
And people on the left don't say, you know, go punch him if you want to, or I take him out on a stretcher. I haven't heard that on the left.
Right, this is what people on the left actually say.
I don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
I feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
You're missing
Wow.
the point.
What's your point?
What is the point?
What is it?
You're missing the point. The point is that we have to focus on the things that are essential to America, like First Amendment rights, not personalities. That's the problem. We always want to focus on personalities.
But you've met with Donald Trump behind closed doors. Have you seen any evidence that he's really not the bombastic, sort of baiting personality.
You said there was a two.
Are there two Donald Trumps?
There are.
Well, which one is running for president?
Oh my God.
Who have you seen? Tell us who you have seen.
Well, I have seen a man who's actually willing to sit down and engage in deep, serious conversations about the problems that affect our country.
Well, why is he holding out on America?
I have seen a man who actually recognizes that he doesn't know everything.
And he doesn't think that's going to work in his election if he shows that side of him? Or is that more of like a male thing I have to show? Yeah, is that more of a male thing?
I think you're going to see more of that side of him coming up.
So he might be, so in fact,
did you
what
notice,
you're saying
did
is
you notice in the
he
last...
might be fooling his own constituency.
Did you notice in the last debate that he wasn't nearly as bombastic?
Yes.
Did you notice that?
I did.
That he's transitioning now into general election.
But sir,
and I think you're going to continue to see that.
I'm sorry.
But again, there's no perfect person.
So, no, there isn't a perfect person, but if you're running for president of the United States of America, a country which has said to other countries, bring me the folks that you need who need freedom. We're here for you. When you talk about Mexicans being rapists and murderers, when you talk to women, if he had spoken to your wife the way he's spoken to some of these women, would you take that, sir?
Let me tell you something. When you're very nice, you're very respectful, you talk about the real issues and not get into all these issues, where does it get you? It gets you where it got me. Nowhere, okay?
I love how Dr. Carson shut these old hens down. He didn't even give them an opportunity to do what they love to do, which is race bait and Trump hate. Instead, he brought attention to the bigger picture. And did you notice in the beginning he said DC doesn't want anyone in that they can't control? That's why they hate Donald Trump so much, because he cannot be controlled. And Biden, well, he makes the perfect puppet. But I'd love to know your thoughts on this, so be sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Your support really helps the channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
The hypocrisy in these women is disgusting, honestly. They argue like hypocrites. Ben Carson is seeing beyond all of this. He's seeing beyond. It takes wisdom to see the bigger picture. And he definitely is seeing something beyond all of these things that they are talking about. He sees a man that sees the future, that wants the best for the country. Like, he has identified the problems. He might not be sure, but at least he wants, you would know that, okay, this guy, he has your best interest in art, as art. Look at Biden, an old man that doesn't even remember things. He doesn't remember things. Why would anybody even vote for Biden? For goodness sake, this man is... So he said he's already senile. He keeps forgetting things. There's a part he didn't even remember his own name, I think. Like, he doesn't look like someone, like the man for the job. And then you have Trump. Trump is so full of life. He knows what he wants. He knows what he's doing. Come on. Come on. I don't even have to be an American to figure all of this out. Ben Carson is such a big man, a big name. So I would again commend him for staying with these women on this panel. Like, they don't even deserve him on this show. The View is such a sick show, and I feel this show should be cancelled. What are your thoughts on this? What do you guys think about this video? Drop a comment down below. I totally enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, give it a huge thumbs up. And please share this video. If you're new to the channel, join Veracity. Hit the subscribe button below. Turn on the post notification bell so you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, see you in my next one. Love you. Bye.